Kia ora. There are several ways a tenancy issue can be solved. Some can be sorted through good communication between the landlord and tenant. Others may be resolved by the tenant and landlord participating in mediation together and coming to an agreed solution. If it's not possible to agree on a solution, you can apply for a hearing at the Tenancy Tribunal, which is part of the Ministry of Justice. Tenancy Services will first process the application and arrange a time and location for the hearing to take place. The hearing will then be held by the Tribunal at a court, over the phone, or through an online video meeting. The Tenancy Tribunal considers all disputes between landlords and tenants. If a hearing is scheduled, you'll receive a notice of hearing and it will include details about the dispute. There are a few things to keep in mind before you attend. Being prepared gives you the best chance of a successful application or defending claims against you. Evidence is important. If you have any evidence that supports your claim or your defence of it, you need to provide a copy of that before the hearing. Evidence can include what you or others say at the hearing, as well as other evidence such as emails, text messages, written agreements, videos or audio files. If you want the tribunal to take into account what others say, you should make sure they come along as your witness. If a claim has been made against you and you also want to discuss different issues at the hearing, you will need to lodge your own application. This is called a cross-application. There's helpful information on the Tenancy Services website to help you prepare for a hearing. It's also a good idea to write down a summary of what you would like to say about your claims or your defence of the claims to make sure you don't miss anything. If you need the services of an interpreter, want to call a witness, or need a representative, we can make arrangements for these. You will need to let Tenancy Services know as soon as possible after you receive your notice of hearing, so there's time to manage your request. You may also take a support person along with you. The Tenancy Tribunal is less formal than a court, and the process is more simple, allowing parties to represent themselves. If your hearing is scheduled at a local court, here is what a typical tribunal room looks like. You'll see the adjudicator, that's the person who makes the decision, sitting at the back of the room, and on either side are the landlord and the tenant. Both the landlord and tenant will tell their story. If you're the applicant, you'll explain your side first, presenting the facts briefly and clearly. If you are the other party, you will then be able to respond. You may find it useful to have everything written down and summarised beforehand. The adjudicator may ask questions to ensure they've understood the claim and any defence clearly. If you have witnesses, they can be called to give evidence. After hearing from both parties and any witnesses, the adjudicator will consider all the evidence presented. They will make their decision based on how the Residential Tenancies Act applies to the situation. The adjudicator will issue a decision, which is called a tribunal order, and must be obeyed by both parties to the dispute. You may be advised of the decision at the hearing, or it will be sent to you at a later time. Remember, this is only one option to help sort a dispute. As soon as an issue pops up, try talking with your landlord or tenant, as good communication can help sort the problem straight away. For more information about the Tenancy Tribunal or how to apply and prepare for a hearing, visit the Tenancy Services website, tenancy.govt.nz.